to another episode. We got a little bit of cumbia, some change, some rotations, right, Steven? You're next to me now. How you feeling?
But it's alright, bro.
It is hot as fuck on this side.
I mean, you just a sweaty nigga.
It's just me, man.
Oh no!
I thought you were gonna be with me, bro. My fault.
I'm pretty chilling, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, at least you chilling, and we got gifting on the other side. You want to put on yourself right there. We actually got a little surprise. Oh yes, I'm sorry.
Yeah, solo camp. Shut up. It's my time to talk.
Until later.
What's up, y'all? Big grip, drip 10 from his walk in the flesh. What's up, y'all? Grip 10, yeah. He it's my nickname.
He got a lot of self-named nicknames.
Shout out to him. I do
you
have
know
a
what
lot.
I'm saying? But hey, they all work for him. Look at him. You can call him a lot of different things and he'll accept
I'm
it.
questioning that
Except
grip
that
name.
one.
And, oh man, come on.
What do you mean?
What do you mean by that, Robbie?
Welcome to the Sports U Podcast, episode 67.
Gang.
This is the Sports U Podcast where we read you sports news.
And you listen to our stupid ass opinions.
Yeah, you get to hear the sports you too.
The Sports U what?
Crew.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sports UQ. I thought he said one of our hashtags. Remember Sports UQ?
I thought he did too.
And we had a question.
I was like, yes, I remember that one. Bro.
We out here, and took a little long. It's all on me on that one. Was in Mexico for a little bit, but hey, we back at it.
He went to go put his nose in
turtles.
Yeah. Them what's that place called? Hong Kong.
Bro, that's in
Rhino?
Tijuana, man. I'm out there.
Go through there.
I was actually in churches, taking pictures of Jesus.
Really?
There's a lot of churches out there, bro.
I believe that.
And they're all fucking nice.
If y'all seen the belt he was wearing.
That was different. That was different. That was a good ass night. I borrowed my uncle's belt. You know how it is with the big ass belt buckle. I had to hold on to it. But hey, let's get back to sports right here. I guess we got to start off with the quick hits. We're going to kind of do a little bit of improv here, but I'm actually going to focus on a couple of conversations we're having pre-show. Now, there's been a lot of moves in the NFL. Man. One of them being, let's talk about the Deshaun Watson one, and then we'll kind of lead into the Baker Mayfield because we were kind of arguing about that. But Deshaun Watson, let's start with Steven here.
Yes, sir.
What is your first impressions about the way the Browns handle it? How desperate they were. Okay, I guess I'm already creating a narrative on that. And with Deshaun Watson, was he worth it?
We're going to start a dialogue.
Yeah. And I also want to tell you kind of what we were saying also is that, or at least what I was kind of thinking about is they were in contract talks, remember? Or no, he wanted a little bit more, or he wanted it out already from the Texans, and then all of this shit dropped.
No, they had already paid him. That his last season they played, this season wasn't great, even though he had a good year himself. So at that point, he requested a trade.
Exactly.
And then once his trade came out, like literally like a month or so later, then all this stuff comes. Like so.
Now go ahead.
Yeah. One thing, wasn't he wanted to go play for Brian Flores in Miami, correct?
A little. I remember there was reports on that too.
There were talks, but.
Nothing was ever serious.
Yeah, because based on what Brian Flores said, he never met with Deshaun, and because that's one of the things that was in his lawsuit, and that he brought against the league because they were trying to pay him to lose games and shit. Remember that?
And I do remember that though.
Yeah.
And so to kind of like follow up on the last thing though is that we were kind of saying that it's kind of weird how he was requesting a trade and then all this shit came out coincidentally, where I felt like. The owners, they have so much, like, you know, they're pulling the strings, you know, doing all this puppet type stuff. And the same thing with kind of like Robert Kraft. These owners are already, with so much power, able to have these type of resources to even let their players do that. So maybe Deshaun was doing that extra bullshit, but now they got this dirt on him, and now they put it out there, and now these people are coming forward, kind of letting the dominoes fall. Now, I don't want to be unsensitive to those people that were, you know, I guess sexually harassed, whatever you want to call it, innocent to prove guilty, whatever that may be. But ultimately, I felt like it was a weird timing for everything, and it kind of came out the way it did. Now his criminal case is done, but now you have all these civil cases. Now I'll go ahead and let you kind of give your first impressions on the whole situation.
Yeah. Well, I mean, realistically, bro, I mean, I do, and I don't want to say this, but bro, it's kind of an indictment on Baker Mayfield, bro. Like, if you look at the way this happened and how much money they ended up fully guaranteeing Deshaun, bro,
desperate.
Bro,
$230 million.
You fully guarantee $230 million to a man who hasn't played in a full year. Granted, he is worth. He's top 3. He's top 3 caliber.
He would have got more if he didn't have
top
all
3.
He would have got more if he didn't have all these cases pending.
He had a top, bro. The last season Deshaun Watson played, he was top 3 in passing with no number 1 receiver.
That's true.
He was like 4th in the MVP votes, wasn't he?
There's no way.
There's no way.
They had 4 wins.
They were so bad. They had 4 wins, bro. There's no way. There's no way he was high in MVP votes.
It was
the
like,
amount of wins they had that year.
Lamar Jackson.
Maybe at one point in the season, but
at one point in the season, it was like a run.
I don't think there's any point he was runner-up that year. Not that year.
No,
they had
he was
4 total wins, bro. Explain to me how do you make an MVP case on 4 wins?
Maybe in the past,
any part of the season
before that. How many yards did he throw?
Hell no, but I don't care if you throw 10,000 wins. Ain't no MVP.
4 wins.
No.
Like the team itself wasn't good, but he produced.
So you're saying it's a diamond on Baker Mayfield, and what's your opinion, I guess, on that part when it comes to Baker? Because you got a lot of strong words to say, but I think one of the biggest things that you said that he deserves all of it because he was a top pick, right?
Yeah. I mean, when you take a guy number 1 and overall things have not panned out how they would have hoped to, partially because of him and because of the ownership side as well. Like it's been both sides, but I feel like we can't give Baker an out because so long that he was given an out and fingers were pointed other directions and no one was still looking at what him like, yeah. I'm sorry.
I feel that. Well, we already had this kind of topic, and you can kind of look at it in the past. We have it on our YouTube, of course, of our Baker. Is it the Browns' incompetence, or is it Baker Mayfield's lack of, leadership? Gibson, what is your opinion on this when it first comes to Deshaun Watson?
Mainly, I want to know what research or questions was asked by the league that the Browns were able to be like, hey, we want to get and sign Deshaun Watson. Like, are we okay to do this?
They had to go to Texans first. Like,
but I mean, still though, he has 22 pending civil cases. There's nobody else that they had to like refer to for that.
They didn't.
You know what I'm saying?
They didn't make like they didn't. Pretty much because remember how like the 14th, like there's a specific day a few weeks ago. That was like the day where we were gonna learn if he was gonna get criminal charges or something. And pretty much after that day, and when that was confirmed he wasn't getting any, that's when everybody was really serious and all the offers were being made.
Because the history of the NFL shows if you're not locked up, time to lock you up in contract terms.
Yeah,
and, you'll deal with that later.
Up saying, but it's so true. But yeah, I don't know, man. But I mean, it just goes to show you that we've been talking about Baker Mayfield for 3 head coaches. You have more Hulu commercials and touchdowns. You're barely throwing to Odell Beckham Jr., who's like one of the top, who at the time was one of like the top 10 receivers in the league.
You got 3 receivers cut.
Right, you got 3 receivers cut. Jarvis Landry, and Austin Hooper.
Tight end, but he's definitely he did his job at the Falcons. I feel that. So you're saying that the Browns are desperate. They went after this cat.
I don't want to say the Browns are desperate. The Browns were tired.
Yeah.
The Browns were tired. Baker Mayfield. How do you have more Hulu commercials than touchdowns? Why is it that you got to come out here and prove your point and try and be Superman when you have a torn labrum? What are you doing?
So that was the whole point for me, at least, right? Like, even in the last video that we were talking about this, is that he's injured. I'm going to give him a pass on at least this last season because the seasons before that, he was proving a lot.
Dog, you didn't give him 2 passes already.
When?
The first 2020, 2021, now 2022, he gets another pass.
Dude, they were literally projected to make it to the.
And what happened?
They didn't get.
Shit happens. But
what happened?
They finally got to the playoffs, and I wouldn't have said that about the Browns a long time ago.
They got one playoff win in 22 years.
There's a lot of people that don't make the playoffs, man.
Who cares? You're the number 1 pick. You are held to the
it's okay.
highest.
I understand. That's what we're kind of saying about that.
You're done.
And
I mean, does he kind of deserve it? I hate to say it, but yeah.
Let me start with Deshaun real quick. So I was watching the Dan Patrick show, and what he was saying.
Started on Dan Patrick.
No. Well, he has more inside information than we do. Let's just face it. Who gives a shit?
That's fair.
So he was saying though that he's talked to multiple. I think he said just 2, but he talked to multiple players, and they said, "How many massage therapists did you have throughout your whole career?" They both said 1. And so why does he continue to have multiple, and now each and every single one of them have a story in this type of way? And it's just like something had to have happened, whether or not it was voluntary, and then now they're able to just say this shit. Because let's just face it, I'm sure if people in that position are able to get that type of entity.
Yeah.
You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
There's happy endings out there, dogs.
I don't doubt that.
So now he's being held accountable because they didn't give him what he wants, and now his dirty laundry is aired, right? Mm-hmm. So that's what comes to that part when it comes to Deshaun. Like I just think he's in a bad situation. Doesn't really seem like a good person in that type of realm, but man, is he fucking talented. So it's crazy what type of extent people will go to get that type of talent so that they can get them to the promised land. And that's just insane that, you can go through all these hoops and you don't really give a damn. And it's just, what can you do for me lately? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's with Deshaun. And it does prove that the Browns were desperate to get out of this situation.
Tired.
It definitely felt like the relationship
tired.
between the Browns and the Baker was terrible.
Was turning, bro, because
it's been like that for a while, I guess, right?
Why haven't they paid him either? Like if it was a good relationship, he would have been paid already too, bro.
Well, my whole thing is, even in that part, right? You're saying maybe like he's not mature or he's not doing well. He's not even a good leader. Well, my whole thing for him is if you're injured,
leadership too, bro.
If you're injured and you try to play through it, if you're winning games, continue to play through it. If you're not winning games and it's kind of like a lost season, just go down, man. Because now you have all of this backup and everybody, such as you guys yourselves, talking shit on you, and you guys look like the smart guys, right?
And then even
in my opinion, he's a good player,
right? But even for the injury, bro, he could have taken the time he needed and came back last season.
And that's what I was hoping for him to do. But ultimately, you guys and I would say you guys are correct on this one. Because he's a number 1 overall pick, he definitely needs to be held to a certain type of standard, because that's a lot of investment that you put into this one player, right?
Yes.
So when it comes to Baker, though, I really feel like, there's a lot of things that kind of pointed into the opposite direction. Even, if your locker room is split on a guy, especially when he's your quarterback, that is no go. I need to get that cat out of there. No cat. Like, he needs to get out of there.
Yeah.
So that's just, it's kind of disappointing. It's disappointing how it happened, because I feel like, this guy actually can do something in the league, not a championship.
What do you feel the next moves for Baker Mayfield right now, bro?
Man, I have no idea. I was hoping that he would get onto the Colts. I thought that was going to be really cool.
We'll get to that in a
but
second.
they ended up going with Matt Ryan, and we can get to that.
Do we care about that?
No, we can talk about that next one. But I like how you were talking about Aaron Rodgers.
Okay.
So let's kind of bring that one in now.
But
the answer, go ahead.
The Baker question, though.
Yeah.
And what's that? Can you ask it again?
Where do you think he lands?
If
How do you think he goes?
If Deshaun Watson serves a suspension for like 6-7 games, and Baker Mayfield's going to play those 6-7 games, and then Deshaun Watson's going to come and take over the rest of the season. That's why they haven't traded him yet at this point in his career. He could have went to the Falcons. Marcus Mariota popped over there. He could have went to the Colts. Matty Ice is over there. Think about it. They took fucking Matty Ice over Baker Mayfield.
If Baker Mayfield was on the Vikings, I feel like that'd be cool.
Bro, I got one. Baker to Detroit.
Fuck Detroit.
Yeah, fuck Detroit.
I'm saying Baker on the Vikings would be interesting.
I think he would fit in.
Baker on the Vikings would be
Vikings would be sick.
I think he would fit in Detroit, bro.
Why? Because they're trash? Because they're trash.
No, I'm not saying because they're trash. I'm saying they might like his attitude out there.
Well, y'all asked me that question. I feel like the Vikings would be cool. The Vikings have a lot of weapons. Kirk Cousins doesn't like to take chances. I feel like this guy will take those chances. As long as he's healthy, he can perform a lot better than Kirk Cousins can.
Kirk Cousins shouldn't always take chances, though.
Yeah, but
Kirk Cousins definitely shouldn't always take.
One guy's a gunslinger, one guy's conservative.
I took a chance with Kirk Cousins last night, man. Look what happened. I fucking lost.
Talking about video calls, shit. But one thing I would say though is it's a bad division. They got weapons.
Yep.
And it feels like, kind of like how Denver is. Oh, we're just a quarterback away. Fucking Detroit. On to the next one here. Of course, Aaron Rodgers gets paid. We've been doing a lot of sagas on this cat. I think we actually talk about it beforehand?
I believe we've been talking about it for the last
time. We
talked about the move, but we didn't talk about his contract. Now his contract's
but we've been continuing the Aaron Rodgers saga for the last about 2 months now.
That's true.
And it's go ahead.
No, go ahead. Finish what you have to say.
I was just gonna kind of like lead in if.
I was gonna say more of like now that we have the contract, we know it's not team friendly.
Yeah.
And this is where I feel like the topic should go because we already spoke about Aaron and how much he chose the money over winning.
God, no.
Yeah, bro. That's sick. That's the craziest shit.
He went to another team and won. He could have took a team-friendly deal and still could have tried to win.
Bro, damn all that. He said it wasn't about the money. He said it wasn't about the money.
He did
say
he
could have paid Davante. Davante just wanted to leave. He wanted to go to the Raiders.
They could have paid him, bro.
He wanted to pair up with David.
Derek Carr.
Yeah, goddamn right. Hey, welcome to Vegas, Davante.
He was tired of Aaron Rodgers shit too, though. He was tired of that nigga. There's no way he wasn't tired of Aaron Rodgers.
So he had to be tired of him? You think? You think that he's separating this locker room like that, and he's just so much of a high quality entity that he could just do whatever the fuck he wants?
I think both.
Yeah, like both.
I think both.
That's what it seems like, right?
Both. He stood up for himself.
Think about it this way too.
Who stood up for themselves?
You know how
Davante?
Okay.
You know how like kind of
someone else did too. We'll get to them.
You know how big your ego is if you're going on a show just to speak your mind like that. It's really interesting.
Yeah.
But in this type of business, that's not really something that you're probably giving people board material, like billboard material. What do you call it? Like
propaganda.
Something like that, but no, like locker room like
material.
locker room material where they they put it up there and they're like, they say he's not good or something like that about people. Okay. But like what I'm trying to say is like he's just a weird kind of dude, and I think it's true. Like I said it a long time ago. If he didn't win at least get to the Super Bowl, he should just leave. You accomplished so much there, and it's not working. There's no way that you can get a better roster than what he had even last year. And now it got worse. Yeah, and look where he is.
The defense is all right, but he ain't got nobody to throw to now.
Well, let's speak about that now, right?
He ain't got nobody to throw to.
So now you got Davante going to the Raiders. Mm-hmm. And we kind of spoke on...
$171 million, by the way.
It was 141.
Oh, my bad. 141, excuse me.
I want to ask one question first about what's your guys' impression? What do you guys think that is Davante going to continue to be Davante on the Raiders? Yeah. And then secondly, is the wide receiver now the new high commodity in the league now? Because before it was just a luxury prima donnas.
Definitely is now.
Nah, a running back was of the luxury. The LaDainian Tomlinsons, the Adrian Petersons, the Reggie Bushes, the Frank.
Those guys are getting paid right now, and everybody feels like they have to have like a top dude. And Tyreek Hill just got traded, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah. Considering the passing tandems we're seeing, bro, the wide receiver has increased value. Like, it's insane. Like, we have a triple crown. Like, in Cooper Kupp, his numbers, he had historic numbers too.
And he won Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah,
crazy.
Imagine what his contract gonna look like.
Oh no, but he already got paid. Do you think though? Oh, maybe the next one we'll see how that goes.
We see what happens with Matt Stafford. They're gonna extend him pretty.
They'll probably restructure, bro.
They're gonna extend him pretty soon.
He might get restructured.
Yeah.
Answer that first question though. With Derek Carr at the helm, is he having better, same, or worse type of stats on this team? Production. Let's just call it production. Fuck the stats. Production.
I think numbers-wise, he might be a little lower on numbers. Maybe. Not because I don't think he's going to be able to do anything, but because their targets are going to be... I'm not saying he's not going to get enough targets, but they're going to have 3 guys who can actually go get something done.
And who's that?
Him, Renfrow, and Waller, bro.
Yes, sir. That's a cool tandem.
That's a nice...
Trio.
You still have Josh Jacobs?
No, honestly, bro, that's scary.
That's nice.
Hunter Renfrow is top 3 slot receiver right now, probably. Davante is top 2
His route running is crazy.
Period.
Behind
and Waller. I mean, because I'm not.
I would say Stephon Diggs, Davante Adams.
No, Davante Adams on top. Yeah. Oh wait, I would say Cooper Cup. And then I would say Davante.
Okay.
That's why I put top. Okay. Not Diggs.
That's
not
fair.
Diggs.
My bad, Cooper.
Justin Jefferson is pretty fucking nice
Jefferson
with the routes,
and Chase,
too, dog.
Those boys is about to be.
He's not gonna do shit with Kirk Cousins though, but okay.
No, I'm saying his route. You said route running,
bro. He just. Got,
I was talking about top quarterbacks in the league.
Look. I'm not gonna, as far as winning goes, he may not do much with Kirk Cousins, but he's still getting numbers. Mm-hmm. He still was top 5 in receiving yards.
Yeah.
Good thing. Go ahead and answer that though. I'm sure everybody already knows what this guy's already about to say. But does Davante Adams' production is gonna be less, the same, or better on the Raiders? And also, what is your opinion on the wide receivers' value now in the league?
You didn't really answer that question about Davante Adams. I'm fucking hype. He's on the Raiders.
It's crazy.
Thank you. Hey, you know how Moses spread
this is gonna help his Derek Carr argument for sure.
Yeah, it definitely does.
You know how Moses spread the 2 C's? You know how God turned water into wine? Well, Davante Adams put the loss in Vegas. Honestly, man, I'm truly happy that Derek Carr finally has his old college teammate. A drop top receiver, safe hands,
all in one.
Bro, he's probably gonna get over 1,000 passing yards this year.
Oh, yeah, probably.
I don't doubt that.
Man,
I don't doubt
he
that.
might not lead the league in touchdowns, but I mean, he's gonna get a crazy amount of touchdowns this year.
See, he could still.
In 17 games, he better get over 1,000.
He could still very much lead the league in touchdowns too, because even not this year, because Cooper Kupp did have it, but the year before he did lead the league in touchdowns for receiving.
Oh yeah, I mean he's definitely a top 5 receiver.
He can get it.
He's paid like one. He definitely needs that. But
and then
how about
also,
the other one? Unless you have something else.
Yeah. Max Crosby, Chandler Jones. Whoa.
We're talking about offense, dog.
No, dog. I'm just saying in general.
He wants to make this a Raiders segment.
Goddamn right, I would make this a Raiders segment. Anyway, and then what was the last question? My bad.
The wide receivers. Do you think that now they're definitely, and you kind of already said a little bit about it, that they're just a highly valued commodity nowadays?
Yeah. Wide receivers are the new crack.
Because I remember back in the day, everybody. Right. I remember back in the day, everybody hated wide receivers.
Everybody hated.
They wanted to squeeze them for all the value that they had, and then throw them out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
I was just so surprised to see all of these new changes in the league, and kind of like how we were saying, I think we in the beginning and at the end of last year we were saying conclusion type of things about the season. What was one of the things? And I remember one of us said that it's no more running league. It's all about passing.
That was me.
That's a little correlation when it comes to that, on how much of a value it is to have these wide receivers with these type of skill sets, and not ones that are fast. Not ones that are necessarily physical.
You just need safe hands. Honestly need safe hands.
No, I don't even think that. It's all around.
Julian Edelman proved it. Julian Edelman
more than just safe hands.
Julian Edelman wasn't the tallest receiver. He wasn't the fastest receiver.
But what was he?
But I guarantee you, that motherfucker was safe hands.
No, that's not what made him the best.
That's not
what made him the best.
What made him the best?
It's his IQ with Tom Brady and his camaraderie
all the time.
And what else? Route running.
Hey, Julian,
and guess what?
Run a button hook.
That's so fucking hard. He can run it. Is Hunter Renfrow a fast dude? No, he can route run, and he has a good IQ. He thinks like a quarterback.
Yeah, bro, if you look at some of these plays when Hunter Renfrow's route running, dog, he is.
So nowadays, that's what it is. It's about route running. It's not about. You could see like people pay for speed. You know, we could talk about Tyreek Hill next because we keep on mentioning it. Yeah. But and when I'm going to be consistent on the Derek Carr shift because fuck Derek Carr. And I'm going to say that he's going to have less production on this team overall. Aaron Rodgers is far away better as a quarterback.
This is the guy who said Russell Wilson going to the Broncos was a wash. So go ahead.
Okay.
It's equal.
What? It's equal?
Stop bringing up both topics. We could talk about it once the season
last week.
A wash is equal, though. That is pretty much what it means.
It's an equal type of thing. But now,
smoking crack.
I'm not saying that's my opinion. I'm saying that's what it means.
He's smoking crack.
On to the other one, though. Yeah, I don't think that it's going to be. He's going to have less production. There's more.
But it was a fair trade.
Well, there's more. Yeah.
Yes, it was.
We already talked about that shit, man. No, I was kidding. No, but Davante, though, yeah, like we were kind of mentioning, though, that there's other people to throw that ball to. There's other people to. I mean, there's a guy in Josh Jacobs, even though, not Jamal. Who's the? I forget. I'm blanking on the running back for the Green Bay Packers.
What? The running back?
The running back on the Green Bay Packers. I'm blanking. Aaron Jones. So Aaron Jones is no scrub, but I'm saying, like, you still have Josh Jacobs, and he catches passes too, which is crazy. Yeah. And then we have the
Kenyon Drake.
And Kenyon Drake
likes to catch passes too. Yeah. So I'm saying, like, there's more mouths to feed. And they might be able to force the ball to Davante too because he's just that good. But that man's Darren Waller, and that's what's cool about Derek Carr. I feel like, and I'll give him some flowers on that. He is good at giving a nice rapport with his greatest tools on his offense.
I think
because Darren Waller and him, he force feeds him, and then Hunter Renfrow, of course, they're on the same page.
I think Derek Carr will force feed a guy, but like only when he can see that they clearly can't stop that guy. But Derek Carr also spreads the ball around too, though.
Well, we'll see, and that's why I don't think that he's gonna have that much production as of an Aaron Rodgers who literally just threw to Davante.
That's wild, bro. So Derek Carr.
I don't think he's gonna get more yards than Aaron Rodgers got out of him, but only because there are other weapons. With Aaron Rodgers, Davante was the best weapon, but what weapon was really close to him in Green Bay on offense?
Nobody really.
Probably Aaron Jones, or he's running back.
Alan Lazard.
But like he said, he's a running back. But as far as like receiving threats, there was no other threat like Davante.
All right, so
we have similar threats like that on the Raiders.
And we're talking about receiving threats now. Let's kind of make that exchange. We're kind of speaking about route running and how important that is. Tyreek Hill, though, is a totally different type of player, especially when it comes to his skills.
This is crazy because it happened so fast.
Demon,
it happened
fast and so.
1 second.
Okay, here you go.
Tyreek is.
You know why? Because the Chiefs are a professional organization. They'll keep shit under the covers.
It's not even.
It's out there.
No,
I
think this was because of. Well, they said he was supposed to be negotiating contract, bro. That's what this is about.
It went to a stall, and they immediately got rid of him.
Because they weren't. Well, did you see what he get extended for, bro?
Because he wanted his money. He wanted his money, and they're not going to give him that money.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You see the number?
No, I haven't seen it.
He got $120 million 4 years, bro. That's $30 a year. I'm not saying he doesn't deserve it, but yeah, they weren't going to give him that.
All right, so let me go ahead and ask a couple questions on this one now, right?
Go ahead.
The first one I would like to say is, are the Chiefs making a mistake by trading Tyreek? And the second question I would love to answer is, how far does this tandem take you with Tua at the helm? And do you think that they're going to make a change pretty soon? So the first one, though, again, what was the first question? I didn't even forget. Are they going to regret? Are the Chiefs going to regret this Tyreek Hill trade here?
You want to go or me?
You can go first.
Oh, fuck yeah. Bro, they're going to... Well, what? Dog.
Yeah.
How?
Yeah.
How does this happen? How do you get rid of Tyreek Hill?
They paid Patrick Mahomes.
How?
In quotations. There's no such thing as too much, right? But
Dog,
they couldn't pay him.
He was being paid over 10 years.
You owe him You owe Pat Mahomes half a bill.
Over 10 years.
But it's a lot of money though.
Over 10 years.
But yeah, I think the main thing was that's
spread out over 10 years.
That's crazy.
It's still a lot of money.
That's crazy.
I'm saying Patrick Mahomes had a lot of money in that realm, and they still had like these last 2 years were like team friendly, contracts. But now he's starting to hit that cap. But continue. So you think that they're gonna regret?
No, they're definitely gonna regret that because Tyreek is nothing to fucking Juju Smith-Schuster. No diss to Juju, but like Tyreek is literally the fastest wide receiver in the league right now, and you let him go because you don't want to pay him. So that honestly kind of says a lot about Pat Mahomes. You don't want to restructure your contract to keep your team together?
But do you know? Wow,
it's too new.
We don't know if it was because Pat Mahomes not restructuring though. We don't know that's the reason.
But see, here's the thing though. If
I'm not pointing fingers at Pat. I'm not pointing.
No, fuck that I am. Dog, you gotta do everything in your... If I'm Pat Mahomes, I'm doing everything in my power to keep Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce happy.
Who said Pat didn't?
He probably didn't. Bro, he didn't.
You don't believe that?
He didn't.
He probably did.
He didn't. He didn't, because he's not here no more.
All right, and
they were cool with taking 5 picks instead of trying to keep Tyreek Hill. What does that guy say about? What does that say about Patrick Mahomes? What does that say about the organization?
Patrick Mahomes not the one writing the checkbook here. I'm not pointing the finger at him.
Fine, whatever. Let's exclude Patrick Mahomes. They were literally a dynasty. They were on their way to a dynasty.
They won one. They were
on their way to being a dynasty.
They won one. On the way, but yeah,
they were on their way to being a dynasty, and you gave up the greatest weapon to the fucking Dolphins.
And then so
I'm
not talking about the Dolphins.
I'm mad that he went to the Dolphins.
But, bro,
I wouldn't be mad.
Did you not see who the damn bro, it was Dolphins and Jets. You weren't gonna be happy regardless.
He just wants his money. He's happy now because he got his money.
Yeah.
But he got his ring. He's a great receiver, and he got his money. He deserves the 30.
He deserves the 30.
I got one question, and shout out to Pops because he made me realize it. Shout out to my dad. Do you feel like
shout out to Pops?
Shout out Pops. Yeah. Do you guys feel like just football players in general are more now? They more so want to get paid than going for glory.
Well,
yeah, of course, it's pretty easy to tell that, right?
Yes.
It's a new age.
You have
so much. Yeah, there's been so many instances where everybody
he's one.
There's so many instances where people continue to say, "This is a business. This is a business. This is business," and now the players are trying to do that. Way. But think about it this way: it's not really it's not like he didn't give the Chiefs a good compensation of picks coming back.
No, it was the trade was worth it, but
still kind of team friendly, or else he could have just left. And free agency is so strong in the line.
I don't know how many years he had left.
He's smart.
Maybe 2 years.
Just 1 year, I think.
No, I think it was maybe
he had
two.
Because he had 2 years left.
Because the deal he got from the Dolphins was also an extension.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was about to say.
If you can answer the next question real quick, let's kind of keep that part quick. Do you want Tua at the helm with these 2 great receivers in Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill? Do you think they're gonna make a move? Or?
Yeah, I think they're gonna make a move.
I think Tua gets a year.
Make a move.
You answered that part. Now let's go ahead and answer the other part as well. How do you feel? Do you think the Chiefs will regret this?
Okay. Well, yeah, I think they regret it because realistically, it's not that I don't think they'll ever get another good receiver, but right now, for the report that it's gonna take to get for them to grow what Mahomes and Tyreek were, that's not gonna happen in a year. And shit, who knows when they'll even get the guy that they'll be able to do that with, who's gonna be able to actually be a tier 1 receiver.
All right, so you guys ready for this?
No, but go ahead.
The Chiefs, you son of a bitch.
Fuck you.
The Chiefs will not regret trading Tyreek Hill.
Wow.
And the reason why is because this whole past year, everybody's been talking about, Patrick Mahomes has been improvising. Patrick Mahomes, he's just trying to make the deep pass all the time. He never just wants to check it down. Well, when you get Tyreek Hill out of there, he doesn't really have the option to improvise as much as he used to because he doesn't have Tyreek down there.
I feel that, but I mean,
for sure.
So the Chiefs are forcing Patrick Mahomes, in a sense, to continue to play the kind of ball that he was playing more in the second half. And in that second half of the season, those Chiefs were nice. But I am, and we kind of put this on our group chat, I am very concerned with the rapport that they have, the relationship that they had, that they had the option of with Tyreek Hill and Pat.
Oh, yeah.
That they were able to, without a doubt, I can throw it down to you and you got it. And there's so many miracle plays, even in the Super Bowl, that they relied on that relationship and them doing that stuff. Yeah. So I think that is kind of the only part that I would be worried about. But I think that the Chiefs, based off of even all of the weapons that they currently have, and the signing of Juju, even though Juju's nowhere close to Tyreek, man, like they're basically sending a message saying, we want Pat to continue to evolve into a tactical. We know you can do all that extra shit, and we're gonna need that still. But we want you to be this type of quarterback where you're a little bit more conservative and get the for sure yards before every time you're trying to get a home run. So that's why I think that the Chiefs in that aspect, and especially with the money wrapped up in 2 players, that they don't want to do that as well when they already made their investment in Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
So that's where I kind of come back from that. But with the Dolphins, though, dude, this sucks. I'm a Tua fan, just of a person.
Really?
Are you a Tua?
Hold on. Are you?
I don't like Tua in the way he plays. I don't like it.
Are you a Tua fan because he went to Alabama and he was under Nick Saban, or do you honestly
like his story?
Tua's?
I like his story. I like that he's a left-hander.
You like Tua because he went to Alabama.
Listen.
That's pretty much what you're saying.
I like that.
You like his story. Exactly. You like that he went to Alabama. You don't like him as an actual quarterback, though.
No, I like. Okay, well, listen.
His whole story is that he went to Alabama, bro,
and wanted and came in and off the bench, won a championship, national championship. That was cool. There's a lot of quarterbacks that went to Alabama, but my thing is, I like that he's a left-hander. He's a smaller quarterback, trying to make it into it. He's coming back off an injury. Hopefully, it was going to be a feel-good story. And he always just won throughout his high school, throughout college, and.
That's another reason why I say they give him another year to the injury thing.
Because,
like he's still.
See.
Well, because his injury was not a one. His injury that he had, they said, was at least like 2 years.
Wasn't it his hip?
Yeah, it was his hip. It's a big time especially when you're trying to throw. And here's the thing: he makes bad throws. When they're deep. But overall, he does.
He does.
But he's better.
Oh shit!
He's better in the short game, and he does completions. He's a very conservative type of quarterback.
You're gonna get Waddle 10 receptions.
Hopefully, it's gonna be better stuff for him. But ultimately, I just don't think he's a good quarterback. We're kind of talking about it in the group chat, saying, and I was kind of saying that Zach Wilson's a better quarterback than him. Steven has some other stuff to say about that because he's in the same division with the Patriots.
Yeah, because I'm like, I see all these niggas, bro. I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, you need to tone down whatever praise you're giving Zach Wilson while trashing Tua. I'm like, Zach Wilson has done nowhere near what Tua has done in his league.
So we were talking about and I agree with you. We're talking about the Browns a little bit. When we're talking about receivers, let's get on to the newest receiver of the Browns here, Amari Cooper, getting traded for a 6th-round pick. I guess I've been starting every fucking one with 2 questions. I'll start off with this one too. Dude, like, this trade is crazy to me.
Can I?
Honestly, it's not crazy to me. All right. Let's start off with ours then because I'd love to hear what you have to say. I'll start first, guys. Haven't really started first. For me, I'm really like kind of torn about this. Like, I understand, like, the Cowboys need to get rid of their money and stuff, but like maybe it was because he wasn't on the field and he's kind of like a little bit of not necessarily. He was a silent diva on the sideline and ultimately like. He was. I feel like they still have a lot of good receivers, and then they lost them all in this offseason. Now they just have CeeDee Lamb and Schultz as a tight end. The only reason why he was good is because they had all that receiving core. Ultimately,
man disrespectful.
I don't know why.
The way he said Schultz, bro.
Yeah, I don't know why the Cowboys would trade him, and now the Browns get him. I think this is really crazy. Because think about it this way, Amari Cooper is very talented, but he's very passive. It feels like. Now he's on this team, and now I feel like he's going to be aggressive because he got traded for a 6th-rounder. So we'll see. Oh, a 2nd and a 6th-rounder. Excuse me.
Still pretty light.
But
it's pretty light.
I'm
pretty light for what you think of him.
What me?
Well, I mean,
like he's good. He's just passive.
It's just. I mean, but
I love for him to be a dog. He's not a dog. I'll call a player a dog. He ain't a dog.
It's pretty light for like a top 10 type of receiver, I guess. I'll put it.
You think he's top 10? Getting traded for his second and sixth?
Derek Carr is top
shut the
10
fuck up,
QB.
bro.
That Amari Cooper is the top 10 best.
Yeah,
Bro, hold up.
bro. Like Amari, like I'm not saying I'm the big.
He's
like,
literally
I'm not
number 10.
I'm not the biggest Amari Cooper fan. I'll put that. But like when he really played when he played his ass off, he's a top 10 receiver. Period.
Yes, but when he plays his ass off.
And
how's this one? Real quick.
But I'm gonna stop because, like I said, I'm gonna tell you why I don't think this is a crazy trade.
We'll just make it quick. OBJ or Amari Cooper now.
Right now?
Oh, well,
right now, Amari
he's
Cooper.
on his second.
You asked the question.
He's on his second.
If you said right
It's a little
now,
bit different.
if you don't say right now, then I will say OBJ. But if you say right now, then yeah, Amari.
Okay, but there's a little bit of debate there. All right, Gittin, go ahead and answer, and then we'll let Steven go ahead and put his 2 cents into this.
See, at first, when I was like, I seen it, I was like, damn, he's going to be with Baker Mayfield. What?
It always leads back to him. It's like he's circling that guy, bro.
Baker.
Oh, man. I was like, he's going to be with Baker Mayfield. What's going to happen over there? Nothing. And then I was like, oh, shit, they traded for Deshaun Watson? Like, okay, Amari Cooper, Kareem Hunt, Nick Chubb still. It sucks they let Jarvis Landry go, but I mean,
David Njoku's still there.
That sucks. He got the franchise tag too.
Bullshit.
But,
He's so good.
He is.
But he's so talented, but nobody wants to throw to him.
Yeah, exactly.
Baker can't throw it to him.
Nobody. Yeah,
He didn't know how to throw it
Baker's
to
like,
him.
are you good? I'm not gonna throw it to you, bro. I need to prove that I'm good,
bro. I feel like
hate y'all.
Bro. There was literally a game they gave him the ball. He had like 150 yards or something crazy, bro. I'm like,
he's a big dude.
You can give him the ball, just throw it.
but he can't catch. It's true.
He dropped.
No, I mean, I believe you.
Bro, bad.
Not bad. But like,
bad.
It can be picked off.
No, bad. No, they're probably about the same. Evan Ingram's very talented as well if he can catch the fucking ball.
Never mind, I ain't gonna get into Evan Ingram. But anyway, man. At first I was like, and now I was like, oh shit, Deshaun Watson. Okay, cool. They can honestly, they can make a move because I was just happy mainly not to. I guess we're gonna continue piggybacking off the Deshaun Watson thing. But I mean, it's cool that Cleveland was still
mention Baker again.
No, it's cool that Cleveland was still able to keep the main pieces of the team aside from Baker.
Yeah,
that time I'm bringing
the
up.
running back.
But yeah, it's cool they kept everybody else except Baker. Honestly, in my opinion. So I mean, I think it'll be a good thing. The Cowboys suck and will continue to ever suck. Yeah, there's a Dez Bryant behind me. There's a Dez Jersey Bryant behind me, but I don't care. The Cowboys will continue to suck. There's no hopes.
I don't even think the camera is on me.
There's no hopes for the Cowboys at all, really, if we're gonna be honest here. So yeah, I guarantee you Amari Cooper is happy that he's honestly out of Jerry World.
All right, Steve.
I don't know if he's happy or not, but like, yeah, I don't know.
I'd be happy. Yeah. I would be happy that I'm away from Jerry Jones. That's for sure.
That's false. Fair. Jerry Jones is a player's owner.
Okay.
He got paid.
That's why he took 3 months to give Dak Prescott a contract. All right.
That's different.
Zeke hold out.
How is it different? He said it's a familyhood, right? It's a brotherhood, right?
He did give him a son to me.
He's like a son to me.
He did give him a fat contract. He wanted a bigger contract.
That's not a fat
honestly,
contract, bro.
No. He gave
contract.
No, he gave Dak.
Bro, Deshaun Watson got paid more than Dak Prescott.
He should
cut
have.
the shit,
because there's a new market.
He
stupid.
No, both contracts for Deshaun are higher, but they should be. I'm not debating that. Dak Prescott should not earn more than him. Period. It is what it is. But the money he got was good, and he earned it.
Well, I think he even put in this question. So let me go ahead and ask you.
Oh yeah, the trade.
Does Cleveland come out stronger from this trade, and does Cooper find a home with the Browns?
Well, where do I start? Because now I'm answering 4 questions.
Answer that question because we kind of answered those questions. Oh wait. Do you want to say something on the stuff?
Well, because you're saying,
I think these kind of
you guys
talk into the other stuff, right?
The trade was crazy. I don't think this is a crazy trade, honestly, bro. Considering you looked at me crazy when I said he's a top 10 receiver.
Yeah, because he's not.
But that's why it's not crazy to me because he actually is. but because he doesn't play consistent and he takes games off and he dicks around sometimes, that's why he may not give that reputation for some people when they look at him, because they might see him on a road game where he's sitting on the sideline with a jacket the whole game.
Yeah,
he's had some game. He does that.
That's your top 10,
bro. If he plays like he wants to play, they can't cover him. He's an insane route runner. Like, his route running ability, he's top 5. He's top 5.
He's good. I don't know about top 5, but he's good.
He's top 5.
He's good.
I'm not even going to hold the man on his route running.
There's a lot of wide receivers in the league.
And they're not all better route runners than Amari Cooper, bro.
Not all of them, no.
It's really only a few dudes.
I think CeeDee Lamb out.
Stop! He's not and that's another thing. He's not a better route runner.
Cowboy fans, where you at?
Cut it out.
And that's also why the trade's not crazy to me too. Because now they drafted CeeDee Lamb, they like, we paying Amari Cooper $100 million. He's not there every night. Fuck it. Let's just make CD the number 1 now.
I think
we drafted him.
I think
they like their draft picks.
Throughout the one time in the season, he like chose to not play on like a semi injury, and what's his name? Oh no, he didn't get COVID. He didn't get vaccinated.
He didn't get vaccinated.
So Jerry was really upset.
Yeah,
because
that did happen too.
Not 10.
No, he sat out like
a majority of
he
missed a game or two.
He missed like 2 games. And he got paid like $90 million. So
you're
that's fucking.
No, he didn't. He only missed a game or 2.
Yeah, he only missed 2.
Hell no.
He missed like 4 games total, but
he only missed a game or 2 for COVID.
He missed 2 games. For the total season, probably like 4.
Yeah, the others was he hurt.
But yeah, do you think he finds a home in Cleveland though?
If he really makes it, try to work with Deshaun, I think he can. And also, well, I think, because like we said, he quits. I think he needs to break that habit too. That's a really bad habit.
I wouldn't say he quits. I just think that he's passive. He's not a dog.
All right, he quits, bro. Because like I said, I watched the Patriots when he played the Patriots when we still had Stephon Gilmore and Tom Brady. Stephon Gilmore had that man in handcuffs, and he quit. He quit.
He's like, I don't play no more.
I don't recall if he had more than 3 targets that game.
He's better than me. He's better. All right, and then we were talking about this a little bit earlier. How Baker to the Colts would have been nice. Matt Ryan. It's on the Colts.
Yeah.
All right.
For a third.
Niggas go retire on the Colts, bro.
All right, here we go. Let's start with Steven, because he didn't really get to say too much on the last one. Because this topic is so funny to me.
It's funny, but it's not funny because, like I'm saying, bro, they wanted to be in that Deshaun Watson race if we keep it in the buck, but they
didn't.
They didn't qualify because they're in the same division.
Yeah.
But at the same time, niggas go retire in Indy, bro. That's what it's looking like right now.
Yeah,
but at this point, that's the way the team is set up.
Yeah.
And at the same time, Indy did this to themselves. Mm-hmm. They screwed off 2 franchise guys, and now look at them struggling to find a franchise guy.
Crazy.
How you let Peyton Manning walk out? You kick Peyton Manning out, and then you crumble Andrew Luck.
Yeah.
They really did let Andrew Luck just get fucking hit and hit and hit.
Wait, but then they get a top 5 online and running back after he's dead.
A top 1
after they let him die.
I would say like top 1 offensive line.
Top 2,
they're nasty.
Them Indy, them Cleveland, and Tampa. Sure. Those were like the top 3 run O lines.
Do the Colts make the playoffs?
They should make the playoffs, bro.
I give him.
He's better than Carson. He should be able to do better than Carson.
Because
they'll actually be able to protect him.
Who's in that division? Washington, Philadelphia, the Giants.
Wrong division.
Oh shit! Sorry.
It's the Texans, Trevor Lawrence with the Jaguars.
Oh yeah.
And then the Titans. They won't win the division.
No, they won't win the division, but they'll be in the playoffs. Yeah.
Hey, you know what? He might be able to do something with that man Tannehill.
You think he might be? You think he might be on Tannehill?
I think he might be able to do something with Tannehill.
You think he might be on Tannehill?
Carson Wentz was a fucking bum, bro.
Hey,
I think Matt Ryan just needs. Matt Ryan, he's old now, but he needs some real protection. His O line was shit in Atlanta.
Oh, bro, they were so
They
bad.
were getting him beat to hell.
Bad, yeah.
He started seeing ghosts his last couple of years out there.
Mm-hmm. This is what I have to say about this.
Who said that? Zach.
Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold. So that shit was crazy, bro. They really put that out there like that.
Hey, no, he said it.
I'm saying that.
He said it, though.
Whoever released that shit, that they're bitches for that. Like, that's fucked up.
I don't think he should
That
have
is
said
fucked
that.
up, but at the same time,
I don't think he should
you're
have said
a
that,
grown
bro.
man at trying to be like the potential franchise quarterback
Man
of
said
a
he was
team,
seeing
and he's
ghosts.
saying, "I see ghosts. Get the fuck out of here! I want you on my team."
So for me,
They had him shook.
you know, it's crazy how Matt
Exactly.
Ryan was basically an MVP of the league, and now he's getting traded.
Honestly, he
Nah.
kind of
That's not crazy.
he shot.
Cam Newton.
Fuck Cam Newton, man. Gifton was all over Cam.
I was, man, but
He was
honestly,
still an MVP. God.
honestly, bro,
Damn. You can say he's bad now, but fuck Cam Newton.
No, cause, bro, like the way that he's been doing shit, and the way that he's like not letting, I don't know, bro. I'm not really a Cam Newton fan ultimately. But here's let me tell you this much. Look at this AFC whole conference.
yes,
And we want to talk about
Shit's a
Matt
war zone,
Ryan.
bro.
Yes.
This is a war
That's,
zone.
that's it.
Stacked.
That's all for me. That's
a
all I
war
have to
zone.
say. Like,
His division's not stacked, but the conference
division ain't
itself
stacked.
is a war zone.
yeah, that shit's
Even-
crazy.
the conference is a fight.
Bro,
Every night.
even our division got stiffer.
And the
Yeah.
Colts,
Even our division
the
got
Colts
stiffer.
have a big ass mouth on defense, and whenever they're tested, like they'll be good. They're good defense. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. But whenever they're battle tested, they always get like a
quarterback
sock shoved
falls
back
away.
into their fucking mouth.
The quarterback falls apart.
No, I would say more on their defense. It's like remember that time.
I'm
No,
with the
time.
quarterback.
Remember that time that they're playing the Packers, and Aaron Rodgers was like, I think the best like middle linebacker in the league is Fred Warner, and Darius Leonard was like, I got a problem. I got a bone to pick with you. I got a bone to pick with you. And then they had a conversation pregame, and guess what happened? Aaron Rodgers lit him. Not the Colts, lit Darius Leonard the fuck up because he just kept going after him. So, like, for me, you know, this team just ultimately, I just don't see him doing.
Hold on.
And
I
it's
don't
just
know where
another
he's
break.
Wait a minute. I think I remember what game you're talking about.
Yeah.
I think the Packers still lost that game,
No,
bro.
they beat the Colts handedly.
In overtime?
Not in overtime. I said they beat him handedly. You want? We can look it up.
Yeah, look up the
I'm
game,
looking it up.
please.
I'm looking it
I
up.
want to know now.
But get your opinion on this Matt Ryan shit.
Who cares, bro?
Low
There you
key.
go.
I'm gonna be real.
Honestly.
Who cares, bro?
Just another
Like,
MVP.
Who cares, man?
That-
Yeah, just another MVP. Man.
We should have a
That's
segment
it.
with that.
He's
like
just the guy.
all
Who
the
cares?
all the MVPs
All the bad trades?
that have just been terrible after the MVP.
Nah, but I mean, like, who cares? Honestly, bro, Matt Ryan should have left Atlanta after he choked the Super Bowl that year. Honestly, because
He should have left with Julio for sure.
You choked a 28-3 lead
I mean,
against the GOAT Tom Brady.
I'm not arguing, but by like,
Oh,
At
shit,
least 20.
you're right.
yeah, nigga.
They lost
Thought I
in
was
OT, but the Packers still dropped 31.
They still lost. though.
Niggas lost. I don't care.
They still lost.
Dropped
Rather
31.
Stanley had a fumble.
Still lost.
Yeah, they dropped 31. Dude, the Colts dropped 34.
That's what Uncle Phil, ain't it?
Who they have at quarterback? The
Philip
Colts?
Rivers.
Yeah.
Philip Rivers.
He was like,
Oh,
he was like,
Yeah.
Oh,
It was a sidearm.
that's funny.
he is a bitch. All right. Any other trades? I can't really think of anything.
I do got
Well, we said Tyreek Hill.
one thing though. Our special guest has finally arrived here.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Get in. It's 10:40, dog.
I know. I told him I thought he was gonna be here sooner, but he pulled up. I know. I know. I mean, it's not that we have to edit all this out, but I mean,
Dog.
I know.
It's 10:50. How long are we gonna be doing this for?
What? Like another 15 minutes? 20 minutes? Another 20
How long
minutes
is
in
the
you?
pod episode already?
We're what, 54 minutes?
Damn. All right.
No, I know. This nigga wants to fucking take forever and shit.
I was about to say you could just send them home, dog.
No,
but-